Good morning, everyone. Hi, guys. Hey, hi. All right, thanks for joining. So for this morning's practice, we will be working through a freestyle flow. Hi, Bailey. And the general theme around the practice today will be opening up space in the chest, in the heart space, and working towards some back bends. So we'll start the practice today in a child's pose. Make sure you have a mat or something comfortable to practice on. And in child's pose, you'll take your knees out wide, bring your big toes together, send your hips back towards your heels, and walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Root through your palms and allow your forehead to settle down to the mat. And as you settle here in child's pose, take a few rounds of breath just to check in with how you're feeling, how you've landed in this space today. You might enjoy a gentle rock of your head, your forehead from side to side, allowing the weight of your morning or your week so far to just begin to drift away. And see if you can use your breath and the sensations in your body to ground you into this moment, to anchor you into your practice. Remember, you can take modifications, variations, whatever you need to feel supported during the next 60 minutes. If anything is uncomfortable or doesn't feel right in your body, explore that and take a moment to pull back if you need to, or take the practice further if you need that. From your child's pose, tent up onto your fingertips and walk your hands towards the right side of your space. Once you land there, can you lower your forehead back down? Your left hand might meet the top of your right. And with just a slight change in shape, observe where the breath starts to move. Can you invite expansion into your left side body? What happens if you charge more through your left hip and reach even more through your fingertips? On your next breath, tent back up onto your fingertips. Walk past center and all the way to the left side of your space. Reach your fingertips towards the left. Allow your forehead to settle back down. Soften any gripping in the upper back. And send your your right hip down more as you reach more through your fingertips. And watch your breath move into your right side body. Slowly come back through center. Press your palms into the mat and rise up onto all fours, tabletop. You can shift your knees in below your hips and enjoy a few cow-cat just to invite movement into your spine. Inhale, belly falls, peel your shoulders back, lift your chest. And as you exhale, round, navel to spine, tuck your chin to chest, you're broad through your back body. 2 more like that. Inhale, belly falls, lift your hips, shoulders peel back. And exhale, round, navel to spine, chin to chest. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back through center, melting heart pose. Walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Keep your hips stacked over your knees and allow your chest to melt towards the earth. Your forehead meets the mat, similar to your child's pose. Or if you have a bit more space this morning, your chin can settle onto the mat with your gaze forward. We won't stay here for too long. So over the next couple breaths, check into the areas that are gripping or clenching. Can you soften your face, your jaw, move your shoulders from your ears, and settle into the space opening up across your chest? If you're feeling any strain or compression in your lower back, I invite you to draw your navel to your spine. There's this tilt of your pelvis forward as you lengthen out the back body. Take 2 more breaths. Maybe there's new space to move into. And move really mindfully in this transition. Press into your palms, your forearms, your elbows, and slide yourself through. Extend your legs long behind you so you're in a Sphinx pose. Root through your palms, your forearms, your elbows meet the mat. Once again, if there's a lot of compression in your lower back, for this shape you might send your elbows forward slightly so they're ahead of the shoulders. Then we'll invite some movement from here. Press into the tops of your feet. As you inhale, can you let your belly fall, peel your chest through, your shoulders back. And as you exhale, press into your palms, forearms, elbows, into the tops of your feet. Draw your navel to your spine, tuck your chin to chest, you're broad through your back body. Inhale, belly falls. Hips meet the mat, peel your chest and gaze through. Exhale, press away from the earth, navel to spine, chin to chest, round. So the core really starts to fire up here. Let's take 1 more round like that. Inhale, belly pulls through. And exhale, round, navel to spine, a dome across the back body. Next, inhale, come all the way down and land in your Sphinx pose. Send your elbows out to either side of your space, and we'll take the right arm out to right side of the space, maybe a cactus. With your left hand flat, bend your left knee and slowly roll over your right side body. Okay, your right ear can meet the mat or use a block or a pillow under your head. If you have the arm in cactus, it will create a bit more sensation in the back. If you would like to modify the shape, extend your legs and stack them one on top of the other. Just a couple breaths here, once again, creating that sensation, that opening through the front of the body. 2 breaths together. And sigh it out, exhale. Another inhale breath. As you exhale, use your left hand to support you to roll out onto your belly and set up on the other side. Left arm out to a T or a cactus. Bend your right knee, press into your right hand, roll over your left side body. So you can play around with which variation of this shape feels more supportive for you. Whether that's the right knee is bent or stack right leg on top of left. Whether you're in a T or a cactus, just check in with the sensations opening up through the front of the chest. 2 more breaths. Next, inhale, come all the way back through center. Use your right hand for support. And then press into both hands, open up your knees, child's pose. So if few movements already, the sensation in child's pose might start to feel different. Take a big inhale breath, sigh out through your exhale. Inhale, come into a tabletop. Root through your palms, stack your knees, hips once more. Okay, and then on your next breath, can you charge your left heel to the space behind you? So left heel back, root through both palms. And then tuck your right toes, slide them in behind you, and right palm moves forward slightly as you open up to a modified side plank. Okay, root through your right palm more. Left arm can reach over towards the front of your space. To modify this, lower your left foot, and then just allow your breath to assist you in opening up along the left side body. For some of you, it may feel good with the left foot at a hover to then bend the left knee, left hand will reach back, find your foot or your ankle. I encourage you, if you are taking this shape, to find the big toe edge of your left foot so that you can open up through your right shoulder. And then as you hold the foot, can you send your hips towards the side of your space? Maybe lift your chest, lift your gaze towards the ceiling. Stay where you are if you have the bind. One more inhale breath. Slow release as you exhale, lower your left foot down to the mat. And let's rise up through gate pose. Inhale, arms reach up and over. Take your left hand down your left leg, and your right fingertips will reach up and over to the left side of your space. So that opening now is really apparent in the right side body. As you inhale, roll your right shoulder more open. As you exhale, lean more into the space. On your inhale, come back up through center. Pause with both sets of fingertips. Use your core to draw your left knee to meet the mat hip distance from your right. Camel pose, bring your hands to your lower back. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. And then send your thighs, hips, stomach forward. Lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your gaze. Okay, we're not moving to any sort of depth or edge here, just exploring what it feels like to open through the front line. Be sure to squeeze your glutes and keep your core active as you continue to round the upper body back. Eyes are open, breath is steady. On your next inhale, rise back up through center, both sets of fingertips to the sky. Pivot on your knees, bring your hands back down to your mat. Tabletop. Okay, now spread your fingertips wide in tabletop, tuck your toes under, and then lift your knees to hover an inch or two from the mat. Okay, so this is our opportunity to really create that engagement in the core, that awareness of the midline of the body. So feel your navel draw in towards your spine, press away from your mat. Dome your back body like you did in our Sphinx flow when we were laying on the belly. And then option to stay right here, hold, breathe. Option to add a bit more by charging right heel to the back of the space. Hold here, crown of your head and right heel, create that really long line of energy. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Right toes meet the mat. You're still at the hover. Other side if that's available. Charge your left heel back. Keep pressing away through your palms. Straight line from the top of the head towards your left heel. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Hold your hovering table, inhale breath. Downward facing dog, right into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Bend your knees a lot, hip distance. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more like that. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fully surrender, forward fold. 1 more time, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine, shoulder blades draw back. And exhale, forward fold. From your forward fold, of course, you can take any arm variation that feels good. I'll guide you through an interlaced grip. Hands meet each other at your back body. Bend your knees a lot, tilt your hips over your ankles. And then an even deeper bend in your left knee as you twist your torso to the right. Left shoulder taps left knee. Slowly come back through center. Try that on the other side. Right shoulder taps right knee as you twist gaze to the left. One more time each side. Exhale, twist, gaze right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, gaze left. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, release your fingertips slowly. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. There's a full body stretch for you at the top. Maybe a back bend. Squeeze your glutes, thighs, hips move forward, upper body lifts up and rounds back. Okay, on your next inhale, come back through center, bend your knees, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bring your hands forward and land back in tabletop. Let's take the right heel back behind this time. Charge through your right heel, crown of your head extends forward. Then tuck your left toes, slide them in behind you. Left hand slides forward slightly and open up to your modified side plank. Find the variation of this shape that feels supportive for you. Whether that means lowering your right foot, extend your right arm forward, or you explore the bind. Bend your right knee, right hand will reach back to the big toe edge of your right foot. And then as you hold that bind, kick into your hands and your hips towards the side of the space. And wherever you are, can you peel your chest or gaze open towards the ceiling? So there's this really deep opening through the front line of the body, but you're supported by squeezing your glutes, using your core, and finding your breath. Stay for one more inhale. Release the bind on your exhale. Right arm will reach up. Everyone, right foot down to the mat. I need to slide my left knee out slightly and then rise up to gate pose. Right hand will slide down the outer right leg. Left fingertips reach up and over. Catch your breath here. Feel the expansion through the left side body. Take another inhale up out of your waist. Exhale to reach further. Inhale, come back up through center. Both arms up. Use your core to slide your right knee in. Knees are hip distance. You can tuck your toes under or leave the tops of your feet flat. And now notice you might have more space for second set camel. Fingertips down. Squeeze into your glutes, lift your hips. Shoulders draw down and back. As you lift up through your chest towards the ceiling, gaze up, round back. Keep using your glutes. Keep your core strong. Take another inhale and exhale, round back even more. Support your lower back, rise up. And come through to tabletop. Okay, one more time, hovering table. Press through your palms, tuck your toes, knees hover. We'll take this set a little bit different. Option to hold right here and breathe. Challenge the strength of your core, keep doming the back body. Option to stay for your inhale breath. As you exhale, a crouching down dog. Send your belly towards your thighs, gaze between your toes. And inhale, come forward into your hovering table. Again, exhale, crouching down dog. The knees shins still hover, your belly hovers just above your thighs. And inhale, come forward, hovering table. Let's try 3 of those. Exhale, press back. Inhale, hover forward. 2 more. Exhale, hover back. Inhale, come forward. 1 more time. Exhale, hover back. And right away, downward facing dog. Lift your hips and send your heels down. From this down dog, look forward and walk to the top of your mat. There's a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Okay, any arm variation that serves you, or if you would like to follow my guidance, grab a block or your water bottle, lift up through your chest. With your left hand down, bend your left knee, reach your right arm towards the ceiling. So again, it's a twist, a little bit different than our first variation. And on On your exhale, switch right hand down, left arm will rise up. Okay. Stay for your inhale breath. And exhale, switch one more time each side. Inhale, open. And exhale, switch, right hand down, left arm up. Slowly lower, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up, inhale, breath, full body stretch. And exhale, hands meet at heart center. We'll add a salutation from here, a few rounds, moving nice and slow together with the breath. Inhale, reach your arms up and over, inhale. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, plant your hands down, step back into a plank. Remember, in plank pose, any variation, you can always use your knees. Okay, so this time we will do a different salutation. Take your right elbow down, your left elbow down. Stay here for your inhale, you're in a forearm plank. On your exhale, lower your hips towards Sphinx Pose. Inhale, pull your chest through, your shoulders back, press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, can you press back into your forearm plank? Press through your palms, navel to spine. Bring your right hand to the mat, left hand to the mat, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, that's our salutation. Pedal your knees, sway your hips. Okay, soft bend in your knees, look to the top of your mat, walk or float all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, full body stretch, come all the way up. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank. Okay. Left elbow to the mat, right elbow to the mat, forearm plank. With your breath, lower your hips, inhale, Sphinx Pose. Exhale, tuck your toes back into forearm plank. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the mat. Downward facing dog. Pedal your knees, sway your hips. Start to find that rhythm with your breath. Bend your knees, look forward, step or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up, inhale, breath. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to your plank. Now move with your breath, right elbow down, left elbow down. Lower your hips, inhale, chest pulls through. Exhale, come back to your forearm plank, right hand down, left hand down, downward facing dog. Let's do one more now that we're in the rhythm. Pedal your knees, look forward, step or float top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise up, full body stretch, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, plank. Left elbow down, right elbow down. Inhale, lower your hips, peel your chest through Sphinx Pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the mat. Downward facing dog. All right, friends, this is a good place to take a moment in child's pose. Sit back, take a quick sip of water. Hopefully we're feeling warm and still feeling good. And meet back in downward facing dog when you are ready. In downward dog, root through your palms and lift your right leg up and back behind you. Bend your knees, stack your hip. Now you can stay here with both hands rooted if you feel good, stable. Option 2, tent up onto your right fingertips. Keep lifting your right knee up and over. So with the lift from the right fingertips, you might be able to create a longer line of sensation through the right side. You're still rooted through the left. Lift your right knee up a little bit higher. And then lower your right hand down, come high onto your left toes, look forward, and land your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee, top of your foot. Inhale, reach your arms up and over, low lunge. And then take your hands behind you, interlace your grip. Send that interlace grip towards your left heel as you take a slight back bend. So squeeze your glutes, use your core, lift your chest, your chin, your gaze. So important to squeeze the glutes to support the muscles in your back body. Okay, on your next inhale, bring your arms up and over, inhale breath. And take a half split, fingertips down to your mat. Slide your left knee back, hips move back, extend your right leg long. We'll take 3 breaths together. You can walk your fingertips back. Use an inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, fold. One more full round of breath. Inhale, lengthen, and fully surrender, forward fold. Walk your fingertips forward once more. You're in a lunge. Your left knee is still on the mat. Inhale, rise up. And this time, can you bring your hands to meet at heart center? Soften your shoulders from your ears. Hinge forward from your hips and twist your torso to the left or the right. Your left elbow meets your outer right thigh, palms meet. Your right shoulder will roll back, opening your chest up towards the ceiling. Now there are a ton of options from this shape. You can stay right here, hold, breathe. Keep moving through the twist. Maybe open up your arms, reach, stretch fingertips in opposite directions. Some of you might feel really comfortable tucking the back toes and fire up your back legs, squeeze your quads, your glutes. And from here, there are a few arm variations to explore. Okay, wherever you are, use your inhale breath to lengthen through your spine and your exhale to guide you deeper to twist. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more inhale, stay for your exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, meet back through center. Everyone, arms overhead, lift your chest. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips down to the mat, tuck your left toes under, pause. Look forward and take a big step to the top of your mat. There's a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, full body stretch. And exhale, hands meet at heart center. From the top of your mat, take an inhale. Chair pose as you exhale. Feet are together or hip distance. Take a variation that feels good for you. But the goal is to shift your weight into your heels and sit your hips back while keeping the upper body slightly lifted. Okay, from here, use your inhale breath to lengthen up through your spine. As you exhale, twist your torso to the left side of your space. We won't hook the elbow today, but we'll use a little bit more core strength to explore the depth. As you inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale to twist deeper, gazing towards the ceiling. Again, inhale, breath, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Can you stay for one more inhale? This time, as you exhale, twist, settle into the left thigh as you hook your right elbow to the outer line. Press into your palms, roll your shoulders back. You can open up your arms if you'd like to explore a little bit further. Stay where you are for an inhale breath. Stay for your exhale. One more inhale breath. And as you exhale, slowly unwind, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. And exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank. Option to lower right elbow to the mat, left elbow to the mat, and lower your hips, Sphinx Pose. Inhale, chest pulls through, gaze through. Exhale, press back up into your hands. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the mat. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's try that on the other side. Left leg kicks up and back. Bend your left knee and stack your hip. So option 1, this is where you stay. Option 2, tent onto your left fingertips as you allow your left heel to fall even more towards the right side of your space. Root through your right hand so you're stable, you're still supported. Lift your knee up a little bit higher. Lower your left hand down, come up onto your right toes, look forward. There's a lunge. Lower your left knee, top of your foot. Arms sweep up and over, inhale, breath. Take a few moments to settle into your foundation, find some comfort in the hips. And then bring your hands behind you, interlace your grip. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears, lift your chest, lift your chin, send your knuckles towards your heel as you look up. Keep stable in the lower body, keep using your glutes, use your core round back. One more breath. Your next inhale, arms come back through center, reach up. And as you exhale, fingertips down to the mat, slide your right knee back, your hips press back and fold. There's an inhale to lengthen up through your spine, exhale to fold. 2 more breaths together, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. One more inhale, breath, lengthen, and exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, come forward. Left foot meets the mat again. Your back knee is still rooted. Reach your arms up and over. Settle back into your lunge. Hands meet at heart center this time. Shoulders move down and back. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to your outer left thigh. Palms meet, left shoulder will roll back. And then you get to choose, what do you need here? I encourage you to stay in each variation for at least a breath or two so that you can really tune into what's happening in the body. If you need more, you tuck your back toes, or open up the arms, explore a bind. Take what you need. Let's stay for an inhale breath together, twist deeper on your exhale. One more full round inhale, and exhale, twist. Inhale brings you back through center, arms reach up and over, inhale, breath. Exhale, hands down to the mat, tuck your back toes. Find that bit of buoyancy, big step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Rise all the way up, full body stretch. Hands meet at heart center, half. Whether your feet are hip distance or together for chair pose, doesn't really matter. Choose what's better for your hips, your lower back. On your inhale, arms reach up and over, chair pose, exhale, sit back. Now once again, we'll use the strong core to really guide the movement. So as you inhale, lengthen, bring your hands to heart center, sit back more. Inhale, lengthen through your spine and twist towards your right. Try to hover versus hooking the elbow right away. Inhale, breath, lengthen. Sit back further into your hips, exhale, twist. Inhale, breath, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Stay for one more inhale. Exhale, twist. Now hook left elbow to outer right thigh. Keep your hips low. I know the quads, the glutes are really firing. Roll your right shoulder back. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Sit back even more, but the focus here is to open up through the front line of the body. Stay for one more inhale. And slower than you think you can, unwind, lift your hips, forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, full body stretch. Squeeze your glutes, exhale, hands meet at heart center. Okay. We'll try a dancer's pose from here. So you'll start with your weight into your right foot. And then bring your left knee up in towards your chest to start. Give the right knee a big squeeze in, soften your shoulders from your ears. Okay. And then using this stable foundation that you have, if you're really wobbly this morning, use a wall for support. Okay. And then slowly send your left knee back in line with your right. Take your left hand, turn it out to the space beside you, and find the big toe edge of your right or your left foot. So again, you'll feel that opening through the shoulder like we did in our bound side plank. Okay. From here, right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep squeezing your glutes, hips move forward. Option 1 to stay right here. Option 2, start to kick into your left hand, allowing the hinge to naturally start to open up from the hips. Your gaze moves forward, your right fingertips reach forward. And you're finding that balance by kicking hard into your left hand. Keep squeezing your strong standing right leg, the quads, the glutes. See if you can kick your leg up a little bit higher. Keep lifting your chest, lift your gaze. Stay for your inhale breath. And exhale, slowly come back through center. Both feet to the mat. Roll out your shoulders, pedal your feet, and let's try that on the other side. Bring your weight into your left foot and tuck your right knee in towards your chest, soften your shoulders. Okay. Now option one, you stay right here. Option two, send your right knee back. Okay, use the strong hip flexor muscles. You're using your glutes and your core. Left arm will reach up towards the ceiling, right palm opens to the right side of your space, and grab the big toe edge. Once again, your right shoulder is open. Okay. Now you can stay here or begin the kick. Kick into your right hand while keeping your chest, your gaze up. Kick, 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 and allow the hinge to happen from the hips. It'll naturally start to open up as you kick. Root through your left foot, squeeze your strong left quad, your glute, lift your chest. Can you kick up higher? Reach your left fingertips more forward. Stay for one more big inhale breath. And exhale, slowly unwind. From the top of your mat, take an inhale breath. Exhale, let your shoulders go. Two more like that. Inhale, big stretch. And exhale. One more inhale breath. And exhale. All right, friends, inhale, arms reach up, big full body stretch, exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. As you exhale, bring your hands down to the mat and step back into a plank. Okay, option two, lower left elbow and right elbow. Okay. If you feel like you need rest at this point, take child's pose. It will give the spine a bit of space to soften and relax. Those of you here for the added challenge this time, we'll walk forward to Dolphin Pose. So walk your toes in towards your body, toes towards your elbows while lifting your hips up towards the ceiling and let your gaze fall in between your toes. So there's this broadening across the back body. Feel the shoulder blades move away from one another. And then slowly walk back to your forearm plank. Let's try that movement a couple more times. So walk your toes in towards your elbows. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Let your gaze fall between the toes. And then walk all the way back. Forearm plank. One more time. If you're here with me, walk your toes in, lift your hips. Gaze in between your toes. And walk all the way back, forearm plank. Left hand to the mat. Right hand to the mat. Downward facing dog. We'll skip Sphinx Pose there. All right, friends, nice job. Let's lower down, take a quick sip of water, towel off if you need to. And meet back in down dog when you're ready. Just a little bit more work. Downward facing dog. Pedal your knees, sway your hips, settle back into your body, check back into what it feels like to be in your body. Notice new sensations, new energy. There might be a change in your breathing. Just tune in, check back in. Lift your right leg up and back behind you. Bend your knee and stack your hip. Okay, again, you can tend onto your right fingertips. And then this time you might come onto your left toes and flip over wild thing. I find it helpful to slide the left hand forward slightly to create a bit more stability in the left shoulder. When you flip over, bring both feet flat to the mat, toes point to the back of your space, and your gaze and fingertips reach forward. Now for some of you, you might have a lot of space already available in your back bend, so you might come all the way through to a wheel. Just an option for those of you that might need a little bit more. Okay, if you took your full wheel, come back into your wild thing. Everyone in wild thing, stay for an inhale breath. On your exhale, gaze down, plant your right hand down, right leg to the thigh. Look forward and open up to a warrior one. So your left heel meets the mat, arms sweep up and over, inhale breath. Your hips are somewhat square with the top of your mat. Just make sure that your back knee feels supported. If there's pulling in the back of the leg, I'd suggest coming into a crescent lunge so you're high on your toes. And remember, you can always lower your back knee for support. Okay. Inhale breath wherever you are. Take your hands behind you. Interlace your grip. And then as you inhale, send your knuckles towards your left heel, lift your chest. As you exhale, humble warrior. Hinge from your hips and tuck your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. You might keep your gaze forward if that helps you with grounding and stability, or start to let the back of your neck soften and send your gaze towards the space behind you. Continue to tuck your right hip under and allow that interlaced grip to move overhead. Really good. Next, inhale, rise all the way up. You're back here in Crescent Lunge. Inhale, breath. And exhale, sink even deeper into your front knee. And then inhale, press up into your front knee. Turn your toes towards the long edge of your mat and open to the back of your space for a warrior two. So your left knee bends now. Your shoulders move from your ears, fingertips reach in opposite directions. And then take a moment to really stabilize the lower body. The hips are now more open. Your right hip will draw back slightly. The left knee will move back slightly. Okay. And then turn your left palm, flip up. Flip your left palm, reach up and over to exalt your warrior. So you're reaching now left fingertips to the old front of your space. And allow breath to move into your left side body. Now there's options here to open up some more space for the chest and for the upper body. Can you drop your left hand to the back of your heart space, so just in between your shoulder blades? Some of you might take right hand to the to your left elbow and keep extending back. If there's a bind, right arm will sweep back and try to find your left fingertips. While you continue to sink into the left knee, keep reaching back with the upper body. Next, breath come through to your warrior two. Straighten out your left leg. Toes turn to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, breath. Wide leg forward fold, hinge from your hips, come all the way down. Take an inhale to lengthen through your spine. This is just to create a bit of comfort and space. And exhale, allow yourself to fold. Inhale, breath again, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, breath, lengthen, and fully surrender, forward fold. Okay, wide leg forward fold. There are always so many options depending on what you need. So I'll give this time to you to choose, whether that's a gentle bend into the right knee and then the left. A twist might feel like a nice release after some of those back bends. An inversion, if anyone would like to pop up to a tripod or a supported headstand, you're welcome. Let's stay for 5 breaths together. One more breath. Last 3. 2. And on your next breath, walk your hands out in front of you and then all the way to the top of your mat. Little bit of a different transition. This time, find some buoyancy in your back foot. Root through your right foot. Rise up to stand, but bring your left knee with you. Left knee will squeeze in towards chest. We have a second chance to try our dancer's pose. So take what you need, find some balance against a wall if that's more supportive. Send your left knee back. Left hand will find the inside edge of your left foot. Right arm will reach up towards the ceiling. Then as you inhale, lift and lengthen, kick back into your left hand and explore what new space is available for you here. Now there are options depending on what you need from these next few moments. You can keep lifting up through the chest. Some of you may wish to hinge forward and find a block, your water bottle, or maybe the mat, but keep holding the bind. Okay, wherever you are, keep kicking. Keep lifting through the chest if you're standing. Stay for one more big inhale breath. Everyone slowly soft bend in your knees. Left foot meets the top of your mat. Come onto the ball of your right foot and roll out your ankles a few times. Let that go. a few times in each direction. From the top of your mat, take an inhale breath, lift and lengthen through your upper body. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hand, step back. You have the option to move through the variation of salutation, lower to your forearms. You might take a dolphin pose or lower to Sphinx as you inhale. Press into your forearm plank. Rise up to both hands, downward dog. All right, you guys, stay with me. Last bit of standing work. Lift your left leg up and back behind you, bend your knee and stack your hip. Come on to your left fingertips. You can stay right here, explore the opening in the side body. Or begin to flip over wild thing. High on your right toes. Right palm can move forward slightly to support your shoulder joint. Come all the way through, both feet flat, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. Gaze fingertips reach to the front of your space. Once again, see if I can do it on this side. There's a flip over to your wheel pose if you need a little bit more. Wherever you are, stay for a couple more breaths. If you flip over to wild thing, stay for an inhale. Then everyone come through three-leg dog, look forward, left foot lands. Warrior one, lower your right foot, inhale, arms reach up and over, inhale, breath. So for warrior one, your hips are somewhat square with the front of your space, but more so energetically, left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Any strain in your back knee, please take a crescent lunge shape instead, so you're high on the back toes. Inhale with arms overhead as you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your grip. Inhale, lift and lengthen, there's a back bend. Humble warrior, exhale, hinge from your hips. Bring your left shoulder towards the inside of your left knee, if that's available. Find one point to settle your gaze so you can settle into your body and calm your breath. If there's a lot of gripping, clenching in the upper body, let your gaze fall to the space behind you. But keep squeezing your left hip in, back and in. Inhale, rise all the way up. You're back here in warrior one. And then rise up onto, or straighten out both legs, turn to the right side of your space. Warrior two, facing the back of the room. So deep bend now in your right knee. Reach, stretch your fingertips in opposite directions. Flip your right palm, reverse back. Right fingertips, gaze reach to the back of your space while you maintain this deep bend. And then the option to open up through the upper body again. Right hand will meet the back of your heart space. Option to bring your left hand to your right elbow or sweep the arms around, find your fingertips. Wherever you are, sink deeper to your right knee, keep reaching back through the upper body, your breath moves into the right side. Inhale, rise back up to your warrior two, straight right leg, toes turn to the long edge of your mat. Hands behind you, inhale, breath. Hinge from your hips, forward fold. So you have a few rounds of breath just to soften into the areas that are really gripping, clenching. Take what you need, movement that feels good, movement that feels supportive. Couple more rounds of breath through whatever you're taking. And then walk to the top of your mat, pivot back into your lunge. And this will be our last bit of standing work. Find that buoyancy in your back foot. Rise up to stand, bring your right knee with you. Right knee in towards your chest, grow tall through the spine. And you stay right here or explore one more set of dancer's pose. Right knee moves back. Right hand to your big toe edge of the right foot. Left arm to the sky, inhale breath, and start to kick back. Notice if there's new space. Keep lifting up through your chest, lifting your gaze. You're holding here. If you'd like to explore the mobility in the back of your left leg, hinge forward, left fingertips can meet the mat or a block. See if you can keep kicking into your right hand. Roll your right hip down more to square off. Wherever you are, stay for one more big inhale, kick, kick, kick. Soft bend in both knees. And then meet with a bend in both knees and your hands on your lower back. We'll just release the lower back slower on this after that last set. You can widen your feet out a little bit more if that feels better, and then just drop your right shoulder, gaze over your left. Come back through center and try the other side. Drop left shoulder, twist to the right. Couple more times, drop your right shoulder, twist to the left. If I did the other side first, whatever side you're moving through is perfect. Couple more on each side. Okay, bring your feet back into hip distance. Rise all the way up to stand. Let's take one full body stretch here together. Inhale. And as you exhale, hinge, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, hands to the mat. You can flow through left elbow down, right elbow down. Inhale, Sphinx Pose. As long as this feels okay still in your back body. Press back through for plank. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the mat, downward facing dog. Okay, let's slow it down from here. Lift your right leg up and back behind you. Pigeon pose. Right knee will land to your right wrist. Left leg will extend back behind you. Then inhale, lift and lengthen up through your spine. As you exhale, hinge all the way forward. So for some of you, this might feel like the perfect place to land as you feel all of the muscles along your spine settle, neutralize, soften. We have done a ton of work to prepare your back bend, so if the journey towards King Pigeon is something you're interested in today, I'll guide you through that just slowly. If you're resting in Pigeon, just allow yourself to really surrender, soften into the areas that are gripping, and just be in your body. Okay, so from here, bring your right fingertips to the center of your mat. A block under your right glute might be supportive for those of you exploring. Then slide your left knee back a little bit more, bend your left knee, and sweep your right fingertips back to find your left foot. I call this Mermaid. I don't know if anyone else has another name, let me know. But you can start to slide your left toes to your right or left elbow crease. Right arm can reach up and over. Maybe you find the fingertips. A towel or a strap might feel nice. And for full King Pigeon, I won't do it on this side, but for full King Pigeon, you would hold that bend in your left knee. Your arms would reach up and over, and you'd reach back, both hands to your left foot. Again, a strap is nice, a towel is nice. If you have questions or you're working towards it, I'd love to hear from you. I can talk you through it a bit more. And if you have a bit of extra time this morning, you can stay in Pigeon. If you're in your back bend, I encourage you to fold forward in Pigeon after, just to unwind the spine. And then pressing into your hands, meet back through downward facing dog. And you'll take that similar movement on the other side. I'm moving through a little bit quicker only because my live will tap out at 60 minutes. So I just want to give you guys the stretches so that you can work through this. And again, if you have some extra time, stay a little longer. Okay. Pigeon on the left side, welcome to hinge forward right away. So much work on strengthening the back body that this more restorative Pigeon pose might feel just really good after the work. If you're taking your King Pigeon, slide your block under your left hip as an option. Then bend your right knee as your left fingertips meet the midline of your mat. Right arm can sweep up and back. Often it takes sliding the right knee back or the back knee a little bit further back to find that right angle. And then right arm, you'll take your right foot to the elbow crease and left arm can sweep up and over. I might be able to do it on this side for a full king pigeon. You'll grab your right toes with your right hand, left toes with your left hand. I can only stay for half a breath, but go for it if you're playing around with that. Again, if you have questions, I can definitely talk you through. And take a few moments in your pigeon pose. And again, just because I am running out of time, I'll move through, but stay in pigeon. You can watch me for these next few. A couple more to help you release from the back bend work. A few more forward folds. Bound angle is a great shape to take a fold. So the soles of your feet together, your knees open up. Inhale, tall spine, root through your sit bones, and then allow your torso to hinge forward. Blocks are nice to have, or a blanket or a pillow under your head. Another nice fold is a straddle shape. Take your legs out. Doesn't matter how far or how close together they are. And once again, you can take that inhale breath, tall spine, and allow your torso to fold. Take your time moving through these final poses. Another nice way to unwind from your back bends, simply resting on your back and draw your knees in towards your chest. Once you've had your spine has had a chance to neutralize. Twist, so wonderful, feels so good after working those areas of the body. Shoulder stand to plow, great options as well. And as always, I encourage Savasana. When you are through moving your body, you feel really good, you've been able to unwind from all of the work. Take a few breaths, at least a couple minutes if you have it in Savasana. Thank you guys so much for joining me for practice today. Any questions, comments, requests for our 10 a.m. classes, I'd love to hear from you. And from my heart to yours, namaste. Thanks guys, have a great day.